So it is really totally wonderful to see all of you here tonight. It's just great. Jan and I kind of put this event together. That being said, we had a tremendous amount of help from Pasquale Dell'Aquila and partner Colleen Kennedy. Wave to everybody, or maybe stand up for a second. It's just amazing the time together. But I think we all know who was the primary driving force and who really put the time in behind this, and it's that woman who just talked to you. Where are you? There you are. So I think everybody. It's going to be good to have my wife back. I find myself overcome with just a profound feeling of how lucky I am that I've had the good fortune to be involved with this program. Working with smart, motivated people toward the common goal of helping students achieve and and giving them the tools they need to build careers, kind of just doesn't get any better than that for me. It's just amazing. So I'd like to just tell a little anecdote story about just kind of how lucky I am to be here and to have been part of the program. I had a little bit of teaching experience as a TA down at OSU, but really not very much. Felt that I had kind of a knack for it. Got some good feedback from my students at OSU, but really nothing beyond that. One day I saw an ad in the Oregonian, believe it or not. PCC's looking for an instructor. What the heck? So I put in an application, really not expecting much to come of it. And they granted me an interview. And the interview included a teaching demonstration. So I remember the night before the interview just kind of beating myself up and what the hell did you do that for, Michael? They're not going to give you a job. You don't have teaching experience. There's going to be a lot of applicants for this position that are better qualified than you are. Why did you do this? So anyway, the interview went okay. And I liked the people there. A few days later, I got a very politic call from the dean at the time, Brian Davis. And he kind of said, you should feel really good about how well you did. You did very well. But based on your lack of teaching experience, we just feel that we can't offer you a job. And kind of what I expected. Disappointed for sure. Of course, the whole notion of becoming a full-time instructor was a little intimidating too. So some relief there, but disappointing. But thank you very much. Well, a couple days after that, Brian calls again. We're prepared to offer you a full-time position on a temporary basis. And then a couple weeks before before fall term started, I had a bit of an accident which resulted in severing a tendon in my hand right here. And so I wound up starting my teaching career. My hand in this weird gizmo. Luckily, it was my left hand. It's still in my right hand, and I can still write on the board. So that's how kind of things got started. It was a little rough start. I was astonished at how much work being a full-time instructor was. I had come from industry doing consulting structural work, so I knew how to work hard. But being a full-time instructor, 3 new class preps because they're all new. Oh my goodness. I was probably working, 70 hours a week. On my notes, I put 70 or 80. I wanted to give myself the chance to be the best instructor I could be, so I was pretty motivated to really go for it, and I did. And then, since this was a temporary assignment, spring quarter of that year, I got the pleasure of interviewing again for the job that had become to kind of feel like it was my job. But such as the bureaucracy of the college, I interviewed for it a second time. I guess that went okay too. Although I do remember one member of the hiring committee kind of giving me a little bit of a hard time on a particular technical point on the teaching demonstration that I was giving. And guess who that was? Little Danny Chambers down there. Anyway. The nature of things in the PCC department at the time, things were kind of in flux. They were looking to cut one instructor out of the program, one full-time instructor. So for the first 3 or 4 years of my tenure at PCC, I kind of felt like I really didn't have the promise of a full-time job. And really that was okay with me. It actually was a little bit liberating. It let me just really focus on trying to be the best I could be and not worry about kind of what the future would hold, because it was a little bit out of my hands in that regard. So, a couple of years after that, I became the department chair when John Crimes retired. And I was chair for the last dozen or so years I was at PCC. I didn't really want the chair job because it was going to take me away from the classroom, which is really why I came to PCC, but it kind of needed to be done. I feel like I'm a much better teacher than an administrator, but did wind up deriving some pleasure from being chair and being able to facilitate things and make things happen in the department. So that's kind of how lucky I am to be here, and just it wasn't. I just feel so fortunate to have been involved in this wonderful program for all these years, and with wonderful students and colleagues. It's just been a truly life-changing experience for me. How lucky is that? So I have one last thing. It's dedicated to everyone who's been involved in the CMET program through the years and kind of put students first and have a passion for the program and what we do. And especially maybe to Dick Wysong, who I think a lot of this, he'll see a lot of himself in this, but especially to the woman who was first my colleague, then my dear friend, and now my wife, little Jenny Chambers. And the melody is stolen, the lyrics are original. Ode to Jenny. Oh, Jenny, retiring's a wondrous plight, a time when folks come and go as they might. No morning alarm clocks, no papers to grade, no daily lesson plans to be made. There's beach trips and grandkids, so very much more. All of the good things that we have in store. Yet I know that quite often you'd much rather be back in your old classroom teaching CMET. But you loved your work so that you just didn't mind taking Sundays for planning and writing a test. Dedication to your students made you one of the best. Yeah. Long hours in the classroom, day in and day out. Grading tests was what Monday nights were about. It was hard work, yet I know that you'd oft rather be back in your old classroom teaching CMET. Your booming voice, it was known well to all. Listen up, everybody! Your tests are legends, students said, oh good Lord. Using only the lower 2/3 of the board. Wysong had said he was sure you could teach. I'm not sure even he knew how many you'd reach. You had such fun, I know that you'd oft rather be back in your old classroom teaching CMET. It wasn't all wondrous, oh lest we forget, program reviews and deadlines to be met. Administrators who seemed not a clue the importance of what we were trying to do. Newcomers certain that they knew the score, defending again the long classes and more. But in spite of these trials, you'd oft rather be back in your old classroom teaching CMET. Wysong had a vision and made it come true. So grateful it came to involve me and you. We all should be proud of the wakes that we leave. All we need to do is look round to believe. Changing lives for the better, rewards it does bring. Helping students succeed is your favorite thing. Just a few of the reasons you'd oft rather be back in your old classroom teaching CMET. This world keeps on turning, at least so I'm told. None of us knows what the future may hold. Things change and evolve, whether like it or not. I'm so thankful for the great life that we've got. So lucky to have had such rewarding careers. Fond memories to hold as we go through the years. But there's sure to be times, dear Jenny H.C., we'll both long for our classrooms teaching CMET. Thank you.